Action. Tony Whittaker. This is your life.
Act Buck.
So Anthony Whittaker, you were born in 1945. Tell us what was life like back then in Rochdale.
Well, that's incorrect. I came back to Rochdale, don't forget, after being blown off my bike.
So you're still persisting you was in the war?
Listen here, Julianne. Don't. And I repeat, don't question this. And show some fucking respect for the war veterans.
I'm sorry. But I just...
Sorry, my ass. You're trying to catch me out in front of all these people. And it won't work. I've pissed on you before and I will piss on you again.
Okay, let's move on from the war. Tell us about your first job.
Well, I was a damn good mechanic. I started as an apprentice at Castleton Motors. Look, son, I had to learn the fucking hard way. As the saying goes, grease monkey. Fetch me a bucket of steam. Get me some elbow grease. Get me a left-handed spanner. But the real tradition was on Pancake Tuesday. The senior members would string you up and grease your fucking balls. Well, on this particular show Tuesday I needed not only eyes in the back of my head but a quick pair of legs. There was no fucking way my balls were being greased, and thankfully they weren't.
So you graduated and moved on to your first management role at Motorama?
Yes. As I said, I was a good mechanic and had been toughened up at the thought of having my balls greased. I worked hard, son. But I played harder. I was in the car industry. A very male-oriented industry. Cars, beer, women and football.
How shall we say? You've led a checkered life then.
Well, you could say that. And I have had a few women, yes. Obviously I met your mum and she already had nickel ass. And then we had you, and before I knew it, it was the 70s. Being a young black man with the afro hair was the fashion. Black music was at its peak. And to say the women were on tap is an understatement. Is your mum here?
Well, she can't be here tonight. But of course, when we approached her in the research to this show, she wished you all the best. And like you, there is a lot she has forgotten. But she did say that on one particular night you were supposed to be looking after me and Nick, whilst she and Susan had a night out. And where should they end up? But in the Richmond nightclub in Haywood. Once inside, Susan alerted Mum to a couple kissing in the corner. Then, ignoring Suzanne's advice not to approach, she stormed over, tapping you on the shoulder. Then with one swing she punched the two of you in the face, but was then thrown out by the bouncers, even though she was saying that as my bloody husband.
Please also pass on my best wishes to your mum. She, like me, is also a legend and has worked all her life, and has brought up two fine lads, mostly single-handedly. But what your mum said is probably true. I admit I have done some things that I am ashamed of. But I have now mellowed somewhat, and I can honestly say that apart from the odd fumble with Jean and Dirty V next door, I have been completely faithful to my present wife, Joanne.
So you admit to making some progress with Dirty V? Because in last year's interview you admitted attending to Jean's front bush, but, and I quote, you hoped to enter Veronica's front gate.
Well, she got bored waiting for you to finish in her rear garden, so she needed a real man to open her front gate.
Why do you always wear a pilot's uniform?
Why do you have big fucking ears?
Because I have a big fucking dick.
True. But just remember who gave it you.
Your wife Joanne? You've been married now for 25 years. How have you managed it?
Is she here?
Of course.
Well, I think you know the answer to that. As it was you who doctored our anniversary cake. It did say that I was her rock. I admit I did land on my feet when I took her on. And she has had to put up with a lot.
Such as?
Loud farts. Which do not smell, I must say. Opinionated sometimes to the extreme. Very, very skeptical. Remote control owner. Sitting on my ass when it comes to cooking and cleaning. Argumentative. I would argue black is white. And the where? Where is my tea? Where is my laptop? Where are my keys? Where is the remote? Where is my phone? Where is my fucking ass? Etc, etc, etc. However, I have one thing going for me. And that is that I am an alpha male. All women need an alpha male, and I'm certainly that.
You're an alpha male in a pilot's uniform.
Ha ha, you think you're funny? You carrot cake fuck. Go and cut some hair and answer the phone or play with your puffy greeting cards. You would probably have enjoyed getting your fucking bollocks greased.
Okay, we're coming to an end of this year's broadcast. So I would like to finish with just a few quick-fire true or false questions.
Shoot.
You nearly committed bigamy when trying to marry Joanne while still being married to Susan.
True.
You once posted a world record time driving a mini club man from Castleton to Main Road, Manchester City in just 20 minutes.
True.
When you videoed my wedding reception, the recording was full of you interviewing lots of women with mainly upper chest shots.
True.
You broke one of Joe's ornaments when overzealously celebrating a Manchester City win. Then you tried to cover it up with a tube of super glue.
True.
You once threw your beer over a group of Liverpool supporters whilst sitting in your seat at Main Road.
Absolutely true.
Whilst driving me and Nick to City. You were held up slightly by an old man with large ears. So you made big fucking ear gestures to him when driving past.
Ha ha. True.
Last week when walking back from City, you violently pushed somebody's brolly out of your way.
The fucker deserved it. True.
When driving to.
True. True, it's all true. Look, I admit it, I am completely fucking mad. So watch out. Live with it. And drink it in.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. We have come to the end of this year's pigeon interview. I think I speak for all the family present that despite your warpedness, we wouldn't have you any other way. So Dad, with the final word, it's over to you.
Buck. Well, I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank everyone for coming. Respect to the family. Nicholas, you are a silly boy. Because if you had let me turn you into a jockey, you could have retired long before now. Julianne, you puffy carrot cake maker. Man up and find yourself a girlfriend. Jonty, you also need to man up if you want to be a top-level referee. Oh, my toenail hurts and my knee hurts bollocks. I've been blown off my bike and blasted with shrapnel and I have never complained. Joanne, thanks for putting up with me. I promise for the rest of this year I will not ask where. And finally, Dominique, look after Sasha or I will just have to look after her myself. Thanks again and good night.